Hey, what's going on, Leo? This is the second half of September. So, this reading will cover for the last half of September of 2018. How are you doing, Leo? Hope you're doing all right. Excuse me. Hope you're doing okay. Were you guys able to set good intentions for this new moon that just passed a couple days ago? I hope you did. So let's see how things are going to play out for you during the second half of September. What types of energy does Leo have coming forward toward them during the second half of September? How are they currently moving through the second half of September? Some information and insight on that, please, for Leo. Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. Leo, where are you? Where are you, Leo? Right there. Right there. All right, thanks for being patient with me while I get your cards all plucked out, Leo. All right. Okay, Leo. So I see you guys coming through the second half of September actually really excited about different opportunities that you have coming your way. For a lot of you, you probably already have laid down like a lot of the groundwork for a particular opportunity, or gotten yourself like very prepared and ready for something that you want to take on in life. But at the same time, I see that there is another opportunity that could be coming towards you that, maybe you didn't notice before, or maybe, it's just an unexpected opportunity that's also good. And so this does kind of represent for a lot of you, Leos, that you can be at like the fork in the road between, two things that you really want to do, and one which may, bring you everything, like, as far as in the long run. And then on the other hand, there's something that probably is going to give you a lot more immediate fulfillment, and immediate, like, you know, exposure and attention and things like that. Like immediate glory, while the other one is more of a road that you've already been traveling up to this point and you're at the brink of taking it to the next point. I see you guys have another opportunity that's kind of like a blind side to you, but at the same time, you know, you do feel the draw for it as well. So that's pretty interesting, Leo, because this is your energy. This is fire sign energy here. So that's actually really good. Okay, Leo, so right here I do show that you have the alchemist, the magician here in the upright position. So what this is telling me here, I do feel like I said, there is something that, you have been planning. Maybe for a lot of you, you have been budgeting for like a particular vacation. Or Leo, maybe for some of you, you guys have been like, all year working towards a particular goal or a particular plan of action, and now that you're ready to put that plan of action, into action, you're being blindsided by another opportunity that you probably didn't even know that you were aware of. For a lot of you Leos, I do see that for some of you, you may have been studying a particular skill, or you may have been just doing like a lot of self work here, and then now there's this opportunity for you to be able to actually move forward into something that may just involve other people around you. And with that being said, I show here being the Prince of Wands. So Leo, coming through the second half of September, I feel like, you're able to really see clearly what it is that your goal is. And you clearly decide what you want to make happen. And Leo, this is you, the Prince of Wands, rushing toward that particular outcome, with that spark of opportunity in hand. Okay. I honestly feel that for a lot of you Leos, you could be leaning more towards the opportunity that it's blindsided you, you know. Like I feel like there's been something that for a lot of you you've been again working on for a very long time, but there is something else that you know you feel like it's going to bring you more immediate satisfaction, and you want that. You know, for a lot of you, it may be even a particular love interest, somebody that you do have a new spark of passion for, and you know, a lot of you could really just be really contemplating, okay, can I still, can I still, you know, pursue my other passions and my other goals and dreams that I've had for a long, long time. For some of you, maybe even since, you know, you were a kid or since the last cycle in your life. Do I want to, you know, take away any time and energy from that to, you know, give to the things that I want to pursue, you know, right now, that's going to give me more right now success. And so for a lot of you Leos, that is kind of like the decision that you're forced in making. I feel like a lot of you will be able to make this decision very clearly. And you're actually going to be looking at this from all angles, from, you know, like you're going to see this decision that you have to make from all points of view. And ultimately you'll be able to make whatever happens happens. And here with the Prince of Swords here, this is again like the Prince of Wands. This is the action of you you know, doing what it is that you really want to do, and then this is you putting the thought behind it and actually, you know, thinking your way, like, okay, you know, this is like, you know, you tapping into that energy. Maybe you even have somebody in your surroundings, Leo, that could be an air sign, maybe a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, that, you know, gives you a little bit of inspiration, and they kind of, you know, what they say to you or what they help you realize kind of helps put that spark under your ass a little bit so that you can really see what it is that you really want to move forward into. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay. So here at the root of at the root of the situation, Leo, I do show that a lot of you could be, you know, dealing with maybe a lot of like overindulgences on substances, maybe whether it's drugs or alcohol, or maybe it could be sex, or it could be just the person that's in your environments, or there are people in your environments that you do feel like a sense of obligation to, but I don't necessarily see you being tied down to them. It's just like the illusion of you being tied down. And I think that you know that already, because I feel like you're looking outward away from, you know, things in your environment. Maybe you even know that this is the environment that you were brought up in, or the environment that you're currently in right now, that you don't necessarily take a part of. It's just something that you have to deal with. And I feel like, you know, for a lot of you, the decision that you make can carry you away from that particular environment. And so that's excellent. Okay, I do show the Three of Cups here in your current position. So I just also feel like there are people around you that are encouraging you in making the decisions that you want to make. I do feel like this is a great positive energy card right here. This is telling me that there are people that are ready to celebrate with you, and that there are people that have been there for you and with you through your processes. Maybe for some of you that have been a lot of, you know, indulgent and, you know, maybe a little bit of reckless behavior. I do feel like there have still been people in your corner that have been wanting you to do better and succeed. Or there just could be people that are just in your environment in general, that are really actually, you know, looking up to you, and they want you to succeed, because they, you know, they want to say, you know, hey, Leo, you know, you made it. You're one of us and you made it out. And that's really great, to think about it in that way. Okay. Now, here in your hopes and fears, I feel like with the Five of Pentacles here in reverse, I feel like this is you not wanting to feel like you are leaving behind the very people who helped supported you to, you know, to go farther in your endeavors, Leo. But with this being said, in reverse, I feel like with this being in reverse, I feel like with you already knowing that, you put in the conscious effort to not, leave, or forget the people that have supported you throughout your struggles, and so that they can help see you into your endeavors. In fact, for some of them, these may be even the people that have instilled the knowledge that you actually needed to be able to, to move forward. Okay, so you don't have to feel like you're leaving anybody behind in the cold. That's something that you're gonna have to work on, because ultimately these people here are there to support you, and if you keep them around you, of course, to support you, even further, then they won't be out in the cold. All right. So here, Leo, I do have the moon card coming out in the outcome, and with the moon card here, this is telling me here that in spite of you having everything that you need to know to be able to move forward, it's going to be impossible for you to actually know everything. Okay, so the best course of action, with it being right here, the best course of action would be the devil right here. This is telling us that, okay, even though we may not know exactly how we are moving toward the new situation, and how we are moving toward newfound success and newfound mind frames and things like that, just to still just have a little bit of trust here in the universe, to guide you even in the night, even by moonlight, um, to the next cycle, because you are supported. So just for some added clarification, I do want to clarify a couple of cards here for Leo. Okay. So here, the card that came out was the Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Swords, I feel like you are in a position right now, Leo, to be able to clearly see the things that aren't serving you, and you're able to cut them out of your life. And actually, you're also able to discern the things that are that you're ready to come into your life, and you're actually able to welcome those things. I don't see this as like this being done in a negative way. I just feel like you are just able to detach yourself just enough to be able to, move forward in your endeavors, but at the same time, you're still inviting enough to not forget the people that are in your corner, the people that supported you. So let's clarify this moon card. Moon card. Okay. So the Nine of Wands here. So with the Nine of Wands here, this is telling me here that on the outcome of things, as you're moving through and as you're escalating into a different, avenue of your life, as you're discovering the paths that are going, that as you discover the path that you decide for yourself, Leo, I feel like at certain times, you probably are gonna feel like, you really have to, like, maybe either watch your back, or like, have your guard up or anything like that. But this is basically saying here with the moon, I feel like the reason why is because, there might be some things, you're like keeping a watch out, excuse me, I'm sorry, you're keeping like a watch out for the things that you, don't know. It's like I feel like you're trying to pay attention to like certain red flags in the situation, and that goes hand in hand here with you being the alchemist here, is because the alchemist is the person that does have ultimate control over the situation and how things are going. I mean, they're the person that had put all the ingredients together. So with you being that person, I just feel like you are just being very watchful of the things that you don't know, so that you can be in the know of them. Like you're really, paying attention to maybe the things around you that aren't necessarily being said, because sometimes when we deal with people, Leo, You know, just as much as you have to pay attention to the things that people say, you know, it is sometimes good to pay attention to the things that aren't being said necessarily. And, you know, some people may think that that's called reading too much into things, but hey, I feel like, you know, sometimes you can get real good nuggets of truth in the things that people don't say, or the expressions that people don't make towards you. Says a lot. Kind of like the saying that, you know, no response is a response, in a way. Yeah. Something along those lines. However that fits for you, Leo. Okay, so here, the card that flipped over for us for some additional advice was Winds of Change. Winds of Change. Your surroundings will undergo transition. So what this is saying to us, Leo, is that, I mean, we already knew this anyway. You know, you've already been setting forth the groundwork to, you know, make the new decisions in your life. You're already running with the decisions that you've already made, and you're already letting go of what is necessary to let go of, and then, you know, accepting the things that you do feel is necessary for you to accept to move forward out of either a bad situation or just a negative type of environment, like maybe an addictive type of environment. But with people in your corner and you keeping them in your corner and holding on to those people, you know, I just really feel like a lot of you will begin to see how the things are now changing for the better in your life. And, you know, this is just additional advice here from the universe saying, you know, listen, hey, winds of change. Like, you know, I understand that things are changing. I have already set my intentions for things to change. I already knew that things were about to change. So this is saying, hey, you know, you're actually, you know, you're going to have to go where the wind takes you, because the wind will take you far. And it's up to you to decide if that's a positive thing or if that's a negative thing, Leo. Okay, that's up for you to discern. So for a lot of you Leos coming out of the second half of September, just overall, I really feel like there are a lot of changes about to be stirred up in your guys' life. And I feel like you have everything you need to be able to weather through those changes. And those changes are very positive. I do feel like those changes are very, very positive. Just roll with the punches and, you know, just keep your eyes forward on your goals and keep the supportive people that you have in your life, Leo. Keep them around. You know, as long as you feel like that, you know, if they're giving you off very good supportive vibes, you know, keep them around. If you feel like they're not giving you off very good supportive vibes and they're just kind of there just to see whether or not you fail or succeed, you know, then maybe that's somebody that you don't necessarily need in your circle, Leo. So with that being said, Leo, thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to see what happens in October for you. This has been the 2018 second half of September read for Leo. Thanks for watching. You have a great day.